When I first started working on this, it felt like a blank slate, but I remembered that on SoundCloud, I put up a random demo of the song and I chose a picture to put as the demo's cover. I always felt like this song reminded me of LA. It reminded me of driving around. And so what I did is I went to YouTube. I started looking for videos of people driving. I found a video of somebody driving around on the 10 in the 80s, and I found a video of somebody driving LA in the 90s. So I started taking those clips and putting them together as a little music video. And I remembered back in the 90s, on music videos, it would show the artist information in the bottom left corner. So I added that to the video. And once I had done that, it just made sense to add the lyrics to the rest of the video in the same style. I felt like that was the vibe I wanted to go for and the style I wanted to go for. From there, I started working on the album artwork. I first started with taking a screenshot of the music video itself and started exploring the theme of text in a rearview mirror and also the open road. I decided instead to shift my focus and start working on coming up with some good fonts. I downloaded some new fonts and I ultimately landed on a font called Inter. Once I found a font that I liked, I started looking for pictures again. I first started by looking at pictures from my own library. I found this picture when I was driving back from Moab. I liked the idea I came up with, but I felt like it wasn't quite the one. So I went to unsplash.com and found this picture of Driving the 405 by Caleb Tapp. I explored lots of variations with the fonts and ultimately landed on one with a font called Floyd for our names. I also explored a lot of different color combinations, but in the end, the one I chose was pretty simple gray and white combination. Once I got to that point, I felt like the image was kind of flat and I wanted to add some texture. So I opened up photopea.com and started by adding a subtle paper and scratches texture. I wanted to make the color areas not feel so flat. Next, I found this really great aged booked texture. I took that and I resized it to fit the artwork. I also added a color offset and blended that to taste. Next, I modified the colors by fading in some cool and some warm tones, and also by doing some work with the curves tool. My goal was to give it kind of an aged look. I wanted there to be an even stronger texture, so I went out looking for free textures and found this really great one from indieground.net. It has sort of this shrink-wrapped look, almost like a real CD you'd find in a store. As a finishing touch, I wanted to add a price sticker. I went out and found this really great sticker, put it in the top right corner, kind of like you'd find on a real CD. I really like adding references into my designs, and this was no exception. When I first got the sticker, it looked like this. I removed all the text, and I added 1-08 and a bunch of Roman numerals. The song is about a breakup with a girl, and so I wanted to reference that in some way, so I added the date when we broke up. The remaining Easter eggs are toward the bottom of the artwork. I wanted to incorporate the lyrics of the song somehow into the artwork, so I replaced the text on the signs with the lyrics. I replaced right 2 lanes must exit with what kept me from love, which is a reference to the original hook of the song. I replaced end roadwork with so many questions and shoulder work ahead with so many blanks, which is a reference to the second verse. I also tried changing the speed limit to 82, the tempo of the song, but it was a little too obvious. I love adding little touches like this to make it more personal to the song. At this point, I submitted it and I got approved, and so I was done.